Teamster Power 767 Reality Check with Jeff Schenfeld and Garfield Hooper. All right, Garfield, we're going to get right into this one. And this one is going to be about workers' comp.
Yes. Workers'
So,
comp. Like
yes.
you
Yeah.
get injured on the job. It's never great, but it's going to happen to everybody. Like
Yeah.
as you do this job for, 20, 30, 40 years, something's going to wear out. You could be the safest person in the world, do everything exactly perfect the way they tell you to do it, and something's going to get hurt eventually. Like your knee's going to happen, hips, shoulders, something's going to happen. And the thing is like what I want to get across here is like you need to take care of your body. And if it's trying to tell you something you get hurt, ignoring it isn't helping you. I don't want to
It's,
say I don't want to tell obviously I don't want people to, abuse the system or whatever. But, if you feel like if you feel like you did something at work, you need to tell somebody. You
yeah.
should go see a doctor because
Yep.
just continuing to work through it, whether it be a sprained ankle or, a broken finger or, whatever, you know, slip something in your back or something like that. If you need to take a few days or whatever, you need to go to the doctor, just go do it. Like
Well,
Workman's Comp's there's for a reason.
so I'm going to say it. Okay. You get hurt on the job, you say something.
Yeah.
And what I get is I get people who come to me as like, well, I'm not sure. Well, no, listen, if you're telling me you just got hurt, you're sure. If you're telling me, oh, I think 2 weeks ago I hurt myself, I can't,
No.
that's for you to, know. But if you get hurt, you say something.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, I'm going to try to, stick it up. Listen, stop it for a second. Stop it. Okay. You say something to them. Okay, and you file a report. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm trying to, I don't want to be, a bad employee. How are you being a bad employee? Something happened while on the job. It is what it is. And you can't be afraid to do it. And if management says, oh, we'll give you a couple of days just so you don't file it. No, 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 no,
And
no.
and and
Okay.
and here's the thing too, is like if you do something and you report it and it's fine, it's not a big deal. But if you do something and you don't report it and a couple of days later it gets worse, and then everybody's been like, well, I mean, you didn't report it.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And you don't know you're not a doctor. Your supervisors are not doctors, and over the years it's like, oh no, I think you'll be fine if you just rest. Was that what a supervisor said to you?
Yeah.
I was wondering when they went to medical school.
Yeah.
When they got their PhD. And so here's the thing: you get hurt, file a report, right? That's it. And they'll give you a workers' comp number. They have 48 hours to get you the workers' comp number. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I heard recently from a steward at a PCM. Management, it's management's one thing, but when a steward is saying, well, Liberty Mutual is now really they got other people looking at it, so it's not good if you get hurt, and it's a lot of them they're denying a lot of cases. So be sure that you're really injured when if you get hurt, make sure you're really hurt. I'm like, I sat there and I was just like, what in the blue hell? You know, like that's not something we should be saying at all. Okay. And I don't understand why that came up. And, sure that maybe they're scrutinizing it, but okay, you're hurt, you're hurt. That's it. Okay. You file the report, you go to your, and again, let's clear this up. You don't have to go to the union. You don't have to go to the company doctor who they want you to go to. You can go to a doctor who Liberty Mutual allows. They have union
Yes.
doctors, you want to call it union doctors, just someone who you feel comfortable with, who, takes care of people. We have that. Um, and you should go to that doctor. And during that process, you're allowed to switch your treating physician once. Okay? That's it. You're allowed to change it once. So if you happen to go to Concentra, God, I can't believe I even said that by mistake because you didn't know any better, you can switch it once to the doctor you need to, as long as they're, in their plan, in the network. Okay. And so you go to the doctor, you could switch if you need to once, and you do that and you go by what the doctor says. Don't try to act like a doctor. Let the doctors act like the doctors. Okay. And understand, I'm going to say this: Concentra and Care Now, they're mostly physician assistants. There's one doctor. You need to know that. And they're looking in the best interest of UPS. So, we know this. So I don't know why anyone would go there when management says you have to. No, you don't. Okay. But when everything's said, done, if you've been out and you're coming back, your doctors can say you're cleared. That's when they can say you have to go to one of our doctors. That's the only time at the end. Okay. And, you do what you have to do. People are worried. They call and they're like, Jeff, they put me on lost time. Okay. That means you're out until you're fully better. So with lost time, Liberty Mutual has 2 weeks to send you your first check, and they'll call you right on that 2 week mark, and they'll get it together because they have to send it by law. Okay, and they'll call you and they'll speak to you, about what happened. You just truthful what happened. That's it. Don't lie. Don't anything. Just say what happened. That's it. And side note, if they start giving you a problem, you know, there's in Texas, it's the only state that has it. It's called the Office of the Injured Employee Counsel. And we'll post that up after, along with the podcast. It's the Office of the Injured Employee Counsel. They will help you deal with the insurance companies. Okay. That's what they do. It's a free service. It's out of Austin. And, what they have is their call ombudsmans. They're people who take care of you, and, they'll represent you against the insurance companies. That's what they do. They work. I've sent it to thousands and thousands of people. Hey, Jeff, they really helped out. Okay. And that's something everyone should know. Hey, they can help you out. But so you're out on lost time. They have to make sure they get that check within 2 weeks. They'll call you. And, if you're out, understand something: more than 6 months, you don't get any holidays. Up till 6 months, you get all the holidays that fall under that. Okay. And, you
That's on
know,
workman's comp. It's different if you're on disability, but on workman's
Yeah,
comp,
yeah,
you're
it's
out for
workers'
six
comp. Yeah,
months.
workers' comp is 6 months, but once a year hits, they stop all your benefits. So, I mean, I'm just saying what it is. I'm not, that's just fact. So those are some of the things. But what I find out going back to it is a lot of members are afraid to say, "Oh, I got hurt." you know, and this is where the stewards come in. They really, really, the BAs, they can really help them out and let them know their rights. Okay. And, don't try to play doctor. Don't let the supervisors play doctor. And here's the thing too. So you're out on workers' comp, be smart. Don't do things you shouldn't do. I mean, if you're out for a reason. I
Like
mean,
what, Jeff? Like
well, I
what?
mean, like, okay, let's say I'll give a few reasons here,
Okay.
right? So let's say you have a shoulder injury and you're pushing a lawnmower. I mean, is that right to do? I
Probably
mean,
not. Yeah.
no, they'll have cameras out there. I mean, maybe going out and getting a boob job, right? I
Uh-huh.
mean, I mean, just don't do any of that stuff.
No.
That's
If you're on
I
workman's
don't
comp,
understand.
focus on getting better. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Don't play in any golf tournaments. Don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, if you hurt your knee and you're climbing a ladder at your house, they'll come by with cameras.
And don't give them a reason to question you. Like if you're hurt, you're hurt.
Yeah,
Be hurt.
that's it.
Focus on getting better, getting back to work. Do what you need to
Yeah,
do. Don't
yeah.
treat it like a vacation. That's not what it is.
No, and any of these things that I've said, any of these things that the people may do, it affects your bodies. You don't know which way it'll affect your body, how much it can make your injury worse. Just again, focus on getting better. I mean, I just don't understand.
And
It's
another thing too, like in Texas, like unfortunately, when you're out on lost time like that, they and this is what I don't get is the company will call and put you on FMLA while you're
that,
on
that's. That's something within the last 2 years they've been doing, and
Apparently, Texas allows them to do it.
I
So
just
we are
I don't
allowed,
understand.
like, yeah, whether you agree with it or not, they'll call Hartford and they'll put you on your FMLA. Now,
Yeah,
here's what it gets. Here's what where I get it is when you come back to work, they don't automatically take you off of Hartford. And in fact, we've had a couple of issues with this, is because people weren't getting their holidays after they'd been back for a month or so. They weren't getting their holidays again because Hartford still has them as being off. And
yeah.
people were filing grievances on these, and they were like, "Oh no, you need to call Hartford and tell them you're back to work." And I was like, "Wait a minute, you called Hartford and put them on
Yep,
FMLA. You
yep.
can call Hartford and take them off." Well, no, 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 no,
And
no. I was like, no. If you can put them on, you can take them off. So they have been back to work for a month. And this happened over Christmas. Somebody came back like the beginning of December, and then they didn't get their, Christmas holiday or their New Year's Eve and New Year's Day holidays. And I was like, look, contractually, they've been back at work. Contractually, they're supposed to have their holidays paid. But your system literally won't let you code them for those because the system is somehow linked to Hartford, and Hartford says they're not back at work. So you
yeah.
need to figure out how to make that not happen because it's not on him. And like, if we want to get technical about this, we'll just leave this penalty pay grievance open until you guys figure it out. Because just the longer it takes y'all to figure it out, the more he's going to get paid in the end because y'all are breaking the contract, not him.
Well, the thing is, I've been trying to fight this. I've tried to get with Liberty Mutual, get with Austin.
Yeah,
Just like how the hell? And I get, you can have FMLA and short-term disability running concurrently, right?
yeah,
But I don't understand. It's workers' comp. You're getting paid because you got hurt, right?
yeah,
So that's something separate. So also they're taking your FMLA days that you have.
yeah.
So I don't understand. I've been trying to find the reason. I keep getting the runaround, and I'm like, that's not right. I mean, it's just I'm finding the reason why they're doing that to people, and it's just it makes no sense. It's like you got hurt. That's got nothing to do with FMLA. You got hurt on the job. You know what I'm saying? It's short term and FMLA is because of something personal issue. It has nothing to do with work. So I don't know how they're doing that and been trying to get to the bottom of it. It's been tough, but I'm gonna keep trying. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it doesn't. And it's it's one of those things that we just have to keep trying to really get the answer for because it's absolutely just it's I think there should be a grievance file. Why are they taking it away? And let's find out the reason, but okay. I mean, maybe we do that and it just it's going to involve the law too, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
got to involve it. So what are they doing? But I think what we're trying to say in this episode about workers' comp is listen, you get hurt, say something, do it. Don't let them give you a couple of days off. You don't know if it'll get worse. Just, if you're hurt, you're hurt. And that's it. And if you come to, and this is the law right here. If you come to work, and here's the thing, let's say you've been on workers' comp before, you get cleared. You come back to work. A couple of years later, you hurt in the same area, right? Not even the same thing. Oh, that's a pre-existing condition. No, it's not. The law said the law. The law even says if you come to work, you've been cleared, you don't have any issues, you have no injuries, it's a new injury. That's it. I just I don't know how much clearer that has to be. And they get into all that, but if they start fighting you on just your injury, that's where you get with the Office of the Injured Employee Counsel. Like I said, we will post that. It's very important.
yeah. I'll
They
put it up in the
help
description.
they will absolutely help out. They've helped out a lot of members. They helped me out once, and they're there for you. That's what they do. They fight for your rights. We wish every state had that, but I know it's just Texas that has it. So you do that, and whenever you come back, you go to the doctor you've been using, and then before you come back, UPS will say you need to go to our doctor. That's correct. They're allowed to. Right before you come back, you can they can have you go to their doctor, even get a second opinion for a second doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you come back and, but just you get hurt, focus on getting better, and you come back when you're 100%. That's it. And if anyone has any questions, you can add it to this episode or send an email or whatnot. Like always, we'll try to answer those the best we can. So, anything else, Garfield?
Nope, I think that's all I got.
All right. Well, for myself and Garfield, everyone have a good day.
We all deal with national language, but on this podcast, when it comes to supplemental language, we deal mostly with the southern region. And as always, it's best to get advice from your local stewards or business agents. If you would like to reach out to us with any questions, we have an email address, 767realitycheck@gmail.com. That's 767realitycheck@gmail.com.
And remember, strong people stand up for themselves, but the strongest people stand up for others.